That's why the community will never get good, right? Right? Can you hear that? I mean, Gigi can't even let one person talk at a time. He can't control the fucking panel. You got something to say? You want to come talk? Come over here and talk. I'll mute motherfuckers so that way you can get a word in. Like, I mean, did you hear him?
Kill yourself, fat ugly pedophile.
I mean, nobody can get a word in, and Gigi allows it. I mean, so if you want to come over here and talk, you can come over here and talk. I'll post a link and shit, so that way you can say whatever the fuck you want, because obviously Gigi only lets certain people talk. So here, I will post a link, so that way motherfuckers can actually talk. They can say their piece, because it doesn't happen over there, because he allows fucking Hamilton to talk over the top of everybody. You see, he just talks over the top of anybody. He doesn't allow nobody to talk. That's crazy. Nobody's allowed to talk when Hamilton's up there. Gigi can't even fucking control his panel. He can't even control his shit. You know, there's a difference in trying to work something out and to talk about something. But I mean, right? Crazy. Should we go over there? Should we? Because nobody can get a word in. This one? I don't know which one it is. Is that Sharon? I shouldn't even be fucking showing this guy, but oh, it's not showing. Oh, I'll have to do. Yeah, I mean, that's how G tries to moderate. I mean, like, nothing will get accomplished like that, right? Because Gigi doesn't allow anybody to fucking get a word in edgewise. He just lets this shit show happen. You know, you want to actually work something out, then you gotta fucking cut people off at times. Let one person talk at a time. Can't do it, can you? Can't do it. Can you hear that shit? Can anybody hear that shit? Oh, you can barely hear it? That's what I would say. Like, go somewhere else. Take that shit somewhere else. Mm. He said, listen, listen, listen. What, everybody's getting hidden and shit in his chat now, too? You know, I tried to start the week out positive. You know, it's too bad. Yeah, this is crazy. It was crazy. I can't hear you because you won't shut the fuck up, you big fucking faggot. God damn. It's real easy for him to give his address out to everybody that's fucking in a different country. Motherfucker. Mm, 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 mm. And you wonder why the fucking the community's got issues. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just fucking we're gonna go ahead and just kill this shit. 'Cause it's fucking ridiculous. But you see, that's why the fucking community will never be nothing. I mean, you got a guy over there, fucking people slinging around calling each other pedophiles and shit like that, and it's perfectly okay over at G Stream. Over on GG Stream, it's okay. It's okay over on G Stream. You can call each other pedophiles. You can be racist. You can do anything you want over at G Stream. That's why it's fucking cringe when I see certain motherfuckers over there. Oh, you're fine, Doc. You just couldn't get a word in edgewise, and that's usually how it is over there. I mean, and G's too stupid to fucking realize. You know what, G? You know how many messages I got? Everybody laughing because of your stream right now. And I know you don't care. For you, you actually want numbers. You care about numbers. But holy fuck. That's the type of shit. That's why the community ain't good. You let pedophile shit go. Like, I would. People want to hash their shit out. You talk one at a time. You don't act like children and fucking yelling. You know, one guy's yelling louder than the other guy, then he got to yell louder. Now he's got to yell. Like, that's fucking retarded. That's crazy. It doesn't make sense to me. But that's what the cuck community is all about. They just want to argue and fight. They don't even give a fuck. None of them grow plants, so it has nothing to do with fucking plants. It's always about, oh, I'm a keyboard warrior. I'm in a whole different country. Here's my address. Come get me. Yeah. Nobody's coming to fucking Canada to beat up a retarded kid. It's just not happening. It's not. I mean, you guys just need to fucking quit. It's the thing, I don't have a problem with nobody, but it's all fucking ridiculous. Like, goofy. It's goofy. Like, you wouldn't call up fucking people pedophiles to their face. So, if you wouldn't do that something to somebody's face, why would you do it on the computer? I'm probably not going to be on long. I just wanted to come up and just prove a point. Like, that's the shit that people think, oh, PKR's ruined the community. Really? None of that right there had anything to do with PKR. That's what's ruined the community. People fucking calling each other pedophiles, fucking talking about kids, talking about what? It's fucking weird. You're fucking weird. And you know what, though? I mean, it's gotten to the point now where people have had enough. People just had enough. I mean, you want to fucking... I mean, I will never dox nobody because that's just not how I am. But, I mean, some people, you know, I mean, they end up doing it because they get doxxed. They end up, you know, and I'm not going to give any excuses of why you should or shouldn't. I mean, it's on you. But those cucks will never fight each other. They can never get to each other. They'll never get close enough to each other. So why they all act hard is weird. Come up here and talk about it if you guys want to talk about. Oh, here's on. Sorry, buddy.
Sure, mate. Yeah, I just thought at the point, like, we talk about the community. Like, the problem people, they're not really part of the community, are they? They're not.
No.
They don't want to talk about egg growing or plants or.
No. It has nothing to do with any of that anymore. No, nobody. The thought was originally there, you know. I mean, Hamilton used to get sponsors and shit. He used to grow. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Well,
but it ain't about growing. Gigi's channel is not about growing. You know, Hamilton's channel is not about growing. None of it's about growing. They just want to sit around and talk about, you know, calling each other names and shit, which is just fucking weird. Like,
yeah, it's pretty childish. I mean, pointing out flaws and things like that, that's one thing. But when you're just trying to insult someone and you're having to clutch at those P30 accusation, calling someone that word. It's
Mhm.
just, I mean, out of any of the growers lot and all that, nobody's cussing each other Fredo, calling each other that, are they?
No,
It's weird.
it's weird. And I just like to point out the weird shit. Like, hey, check it out. This is what's going on. You choose to be part of it or you don't. Like, I mean, I understand growing plants is really fucking boring, but I mean, holy crap. People going off the deep end. I mean, they're probably still over there yelling at each other. For what? They're never going to meet up. My biggest thing is if you got an issue, it's fine to talk it out, but allow each other to talk. At least, like if you're going to talk, let me talk. But unfortunately, that doesn't happen over there. If you try to say something, they're going to yell louder so that way they can talk over the top of you. And it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, you'll ask them a question that they can't answer, and they'll just tell you that you're ugly or something like that.
Yeah. That doesn't make any
it's
sense.
It's like, what? I don't give a fuck what I look like. Do you? And how do you know I'm ugly, motherfucker? You never seen me.
Well, not only that, I don't want some dude telling me I'm pretty. So I'm glad you're calling me ugly. Like, good.
I'll take the ugly.
I mean, I'll take ugly all day long. I mean, I'll be ugly and live in my own house, paying my own bills, living my own life. You can pretty as fuck living in your mom's basement. I don't give a fuck if that's what you want to do.
Yeah. Another thing as well that's pretty telling. We'll come online and we'll have a laugh with each other and we'll actually bubble off each other and have a laugh and that. But you go to these other places and it's like there is no laugh.
Yeah, you gotta watch what you say or they get offended and get mad and like, holy fuck, we're just busting balls. Calm down.
Yeah, mate, if I don't do things that make me mad on purpose, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll do something that I enjoy. When this gets me mad, I'll do something else. Well, I might clap back for a brief level.
He's over there showing shoes and shit, yelling at her. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, what the fuck? Oh my god, that is funny. I don't.
We need more of the. We need our cooks to be growers. That we need to find the new medically fits and the new trichome bosses.
Right, because these guys went off the fucking deep end.
Yeah. Bring in all that kind of that kiddie talk thing, and even highlighting it as a bad thing. Just bringing it up in general, it's not very good, is it?
No,
those with children, no.
No, nothing to do with children. What is it? I mean, look, like people's children and wives aren't the one on here. My wife and my son aren't the one on here talking and doing a live stream, right? So they have nothing to do with it. So if you want to hate me, hate me. Yeah,
I'm talking about the accusations of paedophilia.
Yeah, that shit is the same thing. They try to say the worst thing they think they can say to you to get your goat. But why?
I mean, the only thing is Hamilton hasn't got a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like people that say that sort of shit that's got a kid, like another so-called community member, that's fucking insane. God, can't even think of that. Never mind calling someone.
I don't know. I don't really have issues with anybody. I don't agree on how they roll. I don't agree what lane that they choose to pick to be in. But I don't have a problem with nobody. I mean, because
you're not good.
In order to have a problem with somebody, really, you got to really care that much, right? Like you really.
Yeah, or they've got to affect you.
Right.
You know,
Now,
why are you
get
going to
pissed?
care when not anything they do don't affect you at all? So why do you care what they do? Kind of deal.
Now, do I get pissed off at Channel 2 because he frauds the system and he takes, taxpayers' dollars and all that shit? And yeah, that shit pisses me off because,
Well,
certain
that's
people
the
work
fact,
their
you
ass
know.
off for the money they get to watch this fuck go online and open blatantly tell you that he's frauding the system while he's on food stamps and all this and that, like he's okay with that.
Did that directly affect you then, Crop? Do you feel like that's coming out of your tax dollars? I guess it has, hasn't it?
Not mine per se because I'm on disability, but it does come out of my wife's. Like
Yeah, well,
when
it's a fact.
when she works all year long and pays in and pays in and pays in, and only gets $3,000 back, and you watch this idiot sit on food stamps on the internet all day long, not working and not paying shit in, and he gets $11,000 back. It rubs people wrong.
Yeah.
And karma's a motherfucker. It is what it is. I mean, I don't wish nothing bad against Channel 2, but I think he should grow up and be a man and stand on his own 2 feet.
Well, I've been putting a bit of thought about it and all the different angles, and here's how I come out thinking about it. And I hate to say it, but while you've got them 2 kids to feed, I'm saying whatever to keep them fed and clothed. And,
well, yeah, and that's the thing. If
and out of the system, because if he didn't have them, they're probably going to end up in the fucking system or something. I don't know.
No,
but I'm just saying,
I think they would end up going to their grandma's house.
But I mean, even still going to the grandma's, I don't know. Anyway, that's how I looked at it. Well, as long as he's fucking spending it to make sure the kids are all right, that's the only. If I see him doing silly stuff, wasting the money, it's like, oh fuck me. Which his plan is kind of wasty if he's going to bury a caravan.
Well, like, how are you going to? I mean, I don't know. I think pretty much everybody knows how a fifth wheel's built. I mean, the walls are only like 1x3s and shit. It's not very insulated. They're not made to be buried. For one, you'll crush it. It'll just crush. You can't do that. And for 2, I don't know if this lot that he's trying to get or is going to get, and good for him if he gets it. But I don't know if it's in the city's not going to allow you just to start digging holes when they have water department, they have electric, they have phone company, all that shit. You can't just start digging into the ground. It doesn't work. It
is a kind of way, how he knows the tax hack. Yeah, the tax hack.
Yeah.
Who's to say that he's not fact checked and done all his?
Well, the problem is,
or he's got ways around, or there's gonna
be somebody that lives there that isn't gonna want to have to look at fucking 2 trailers that are crushed, halfway buried in the ground. Well, I wouldn't, as a homeowner. That lowers my property value. That lowers my property value.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's in the middle of nowhere or whether it's surrounded by houses or an old bit of an estate. I don't know, and also don't know how long he's planning on the camper thing being. It might just be a year or 2 while he puts something else together, because the guy that he's doing it with, apparently he's got money and they're buying all them lot to start building Section 8 housing on.
So do you think the government's going to go ahead and approve Section 8 housing when you got one of the lots right there's got fucking makeshift wonky fucking trailers in the ground? I don't know, maybe. Detroit's pretty goofy. They've gone bankrupt a lot. So it could be the reason why they don't do.
Yeah, well, they've knocked a load of asses down, so there were derelict asses there. So they've knocked them down. Now they're left with a load of land that they don't want to pay out to maintain. So they're selling the lots off cheap. They're desperate for houses. Maybe they'll overlook some. Two says that he knows all the Arab slumlords and he sees how they do it.
I think it's cool that his daughter got into that really good school. I think it's great, but I think he should go to Mississippi. I think he should stick to his original plan. I mean, you're going to keep her in the school, but you're going to bury her underground. But you're going to put her underground in a trailer. I mean, like, that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, they got good schools in Mississippi too. I bet you she's smart as shit. She'll get in another good school in Mississippi. But I mean, that's just an outsider looking in. The goofy idea of trying to bury fifth wheels and shit like that, staying in a really low poverty area. I don't know. I guess that's your dream. Then, I mean, I would talk to my daughter. I would talk to the daughter and be like, hey, look, I know you got in this really good school, but we have an opportunity. We can actually go and move here and do this and this, or we can bury some trailers in the ground and you can stay in the school. You know, like, see what she says. I mean, I don't know. Just an outsider looking in. I don't think the trailer thing's going to work out. And I mean, and it's not that anybody's hating on him. And he says people act like nobody's done this before. No, nobody's burying fifth wheels. That's not happening. I mean, like, they're not burying fifth wheels.
Have you have you looked through YouTube at like trailer videos and people building things? Have you had any
Absolutely. When I moved to Missouri, we moved to Missouri off grid. We were living off grid. I had over 1,000 subscribers on my homesteading channel. I had a whole homesteading channel. So I know exactly about homesteading and I know exactly what he's trying to do, but that doesn't make sense of what his plan is to do it. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Because one minute he's saying that area is going to be a homesteading community, but then the next minute you hear him saying his buddy's turning it all into Section 8 housing. So I mean, I don't even think Channel 2 knows really what's going on.
Well, I mean, don't quote me on that. That's just something he mentioned.
Yeah. But I mean, and homesteading is great. You know, it's great. That doesn't mean you have to be off grid, though. That doesn't mean that you have to not have electricity and shit. Homesteading is just a way of life, like raising your own food, you know, animals and vegetable gardens and trying to live off of that stuff all yourself in a lot.
Yeah. It doesn't matter where you do that, in my eyes. You can do that in the middle of the country, or you can do that in a suburb. Because even them out in the country, they'll still have to run to the shop for some stuff. Absolutely. So as long as you're doing the same kind of thing as them, you know, you're doing as much as you can. Same stuff.
Absolutely. I mean, it's
and when you've got kids, it's hard to move out to the sticks and start homesteading when they're going through school, because you've got the commute and stuff like that.
Yes. Well, not only that, I mean, if your shit isn't dialed in, depending on what state you're in, if the kids start coming to school and they're not looking clean and shit because you don't have a normal shower and things like that.
Oh yeah, bloody hell.
Then you gotta deal with the school wanting to report you and shit. So I mean, there's that aspect too.
Yeah, well, here we have a lot of Irish travellers, and they all live in caravans, moving from site to site.
Those are gypsies.
Yeah, and they go through school and.
Well, they probably do a lot of homeschooling and stuff, probably too. Because shit, nowadays you just got a good computer and a good internet connection. You can do homeschool almost anywhere. I mean, I hope the best for Channel 2, but at the same time, I don't approve of the way he openly, blatantly tells you how he scams the system. And people think, who cares if he scams? Well, it's coming out of somebody's fucking pocket.
Yeah, but do we know that he scammed the system? I mean, I'm not sure what conclusive proof there was.
I mean,
so much happens.
He's told us all how he makes his own W-2s.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember that bit.
So, I mean, I've got to assume that that's what he did this year, because he also tells you how he works under the table and doesn't pay taxes. So, I mean, But I can see the flip side of it. Like, how are they so stupid to let him get away with something like that? Like, so I mean, there's something missing, right? Either he did work. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, exactly. Because it seems like it's very easy to. Anyway, yeah.
If it's that easy to scam the system, guess what? Elon Musk is going to find it. It's only a matter of time. And if they go back and they audit Channel 2 next year and they find out that he's been scamming the last few years, he's going to be in big fucking shit. I mean, I hope that doesn't happen. I hope he fucking, man, I hope everything's legit. I just hope everything's legit.
The trouble is with all the stuff that Elon thing will uncover is you can't uncover the bad stuff. Like, he'll uncover stuff that's against his own interest and that he'll want to keep covered.
Did you see that lady that got hit already? That was making money off TikTok, and they went in and audited her, and they took fucking pretty much all of her food stamps. They took her public housing. They took, yeah.
Yeah, right. They're going to attack. They're going to attack the influencers and all that, aren't they? Are they going to attack? Are they going to attack their own though? Are they going to keep it 100 within the government when they've all got fingers in? When they've all got fingers in each other's pockets?
I mean, like
above our pay grade.
Rightfully so. Like, if you need assistance, you honestly need it, then use it. That's what it's there for. But if you're making money on the side over here, like some of these people do on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, if you're making a bunch of money and you're just keeping that and you're still living off the government and other people's tax dollars, you're the problem. That's not right. The ultimate goal is you should have pride in yourself and want to get off of public assistance. But people don't have that pride anymore. They don't care. They'll take the food stamps. They'll take all the money, and they'll work behind the scenes. They don't care. There's no couth. You have no morals or no. Like, if you generally need it, use it. If you don't need it, don't have somebody else pay it. Because that's what tax dollars goes for. Tax dollars goes into the welfare system that pays these people. And I just don't like people scamming the system like that. I mean,
you could take down millions of the little person. You could take down loads of them, or there's probably just one or two big players that could absolutely take down and reduce cuts massive. I'd imagine, because it's all corruption. I think
it's all corruption. At least it's riddled
with it, and it's riddled with it. And then once the corruption starts being uncovered, and then it starts affecting the people that are in power, pulling the strings, hurting the monies, that's when stuff starts to get covered up again. It's like, so can we trust any of it now? It's all kind of.
Well, that's the crazy thing, right? Like these people get so upset. They're like, oh my God, they're going to take all my assistance. And it's like, well, they rightfully should. You've been frauding the system.
Yeah, well, they can't take anything off you that you are entitled to and that you.
That's right.
Well, and if you're entitled to it, you need it. You don't. That's right. How it is here. That's how it is here. And they make you jump through hoops to the point where it's like, it's not even fucking worth doing, mate. I'm jumping through hoops for £100 a week. Nah, forget that.
Right. It's easier to go get a normal job.
Yeah, I can hustle for a day and make that. So fuck that.
I don't know. I mean, I hope all this shit's legit with Channel 2, but just the things I've heard him say, it doesn't seem legit. And I hope it works out. I hope it works out for him, because you continue to do bad shit, and then you sit around and boo-hoo and wonder why bad shit happens to you. Well, it's called karma.
And out of the millions of people that are doing the same thing, at least out of Channel 2, you're going to get content for your money.
You know what I mean? Content. Exactly.
So it's not every cloud has its silver lining.
But it only makes you a stupid criminal to expose yourself in your videos and shit online. Like when you're telling people that you're doing this shit, like, what are you doing? Like, it's bad enough that you're doing it. Now you're going to come out and gloat about it and think that it's great that this is what you're doing. Like, fuck,
Well,
you
that's
know?
that where people can't draw the line. They have to tell everything. They have to divulge everything to everybody, and it's like, oh, don't tell. You know, there's a line in what you talk about, isn't there?
There sure is.
With
Especially on
not
the
just
internet
with
with a bunch of
yourself, with
strangers.
others. Yeah.
I mean, even in the real world, you don't just go up to a stranger and be like, hey, guess what? I just made my own W-2s. I mean, would that make sense? If I just walked up to somebody and was like, hey, check it out. I just made my own W-2s and I scammed the government out of 11 grand and I still get food stamp. The person's going to look at me and go, the fuck's the matter with you?
Yeah. You stood at the checkout and you lean forward and whisper in someone's ear.
Yeah, you whisper over, hey, I just bought my groceries with your tax dollars. Like, what the fuck? But then these people wonder why bad shit happens to them. I mean, like,
yeah. Well, I don't really see anything bad happening to two. He's
well, he's being evicted right now.
He's too slick for that. Yeah, but he's one of them. He's one of them fuckers that, although he'll get down, he'll always end up stood back up in it. You know, he's got a chunk of money now.
Let's talk about that, right? Like, he lived in that person's house that has to pay a mortgage, that has their own bills. He lived there and didn't pay rent.
I'm putting my life on danger.
So he fucked the guy that owns the house out of bill money that he might have needed for his kids.
What, are you saying he might have had a mortgage?
No, I think the guy that owns the house probably has a mortgage. Yeah. I mean, the guy that he didn't pay rent to probably has bills to pay.
I wouldn't know about that. It's the Arabs.
What? Yeah, you know, I mean, if that's being a hustler, I mean, okay. I mean, eventually that shit comes around, though. I mean, like I said, I don't want nothing bad to happen to Channel 2. There's something about Channel 2. I like the guy. He's all right. I don't like the scamming shit, you know, and I don't have a problem telling him that. I mean, when you tell me everything about your business, you can't tell me then to stay out of your business. Like, what do you mean? You just told me everything. I'm not your therapist. Like, if you want to tell somebody a bunch of shit and just talk to somebody and not and for them not to have an opinion, go talk to a therapist. Like,
well, it's something as well. You know, when we were younger and we're growing up and you'd watch a bit of TV and the next day you would talk about what you're seeing on TV. Right. And this is what YouTube's like, isn't it? That's TV now.
That's exactly it. You know, when Cobra Kai came out, I watched the rest of Cobra Kai, and then Happy and I are behind the scenes talking about what we watched on the show. Just like what you were saying. It's just like the internet. Yeah. Most of us don't have cable. We don't watch cable and shit anymore. We watch YouTube and shit that's going on YouTube, and we talk about it. I mean, just like they review music videos, people review music, people review food, people review weed, people review smoking devices.
Yeah, it's like the news.
I like to
even just back to beyond TV.
I like to review other YouTube channels.
Yeah, well, like 100 years ago, no TV. People were buying newspapers to see what people were talking about or what's just happened. It's like that.
We're naturally social beings. You know, we're just naturally social. I mean, what up, Nuggy?
What up?
Cheers, okay.
What's up, bro? What a fucking insanity morning.
Was that weird or what? Like, God,
Dude.
I don't mind people if you guys want to hash it out, hash it out. But you can't yell over the top of each other and not let somebody talk, or that just
Well, the
makes you
whole
look like a
weird
fool.
kid shit is just fucking, dude. It's just too much, man.
Yeah, what fuck? I let my city down going on panel.
Yeah. Well, I
But
mean,
that
sometimes.
Hamilton fucking gets me, mate.
Mhm.
That's my one trigger thing. But you know, I'm
He knows
learning
how to
every
push.
day.
He knows how to push people's buttons. And like I
But
said,
he's
I've
already
never had
pushed
a
mine.
problem with Hamilton because I just stay. I'm not in that lane. I'm not on that level. I just stay away from that shit. As far as it comes to Hamilton, I think some people, and not. I mean, I'm not trying to bash on you. I'm sure you're listening, Hamilton, but I feel that some people are a little mentally ill, and I feel like almost like it's beating up on a retarded kid when you just constantly whack at them all the time. So I just stay away from certain people.
Yeah, mental illness is real on YouTube.
But I mean, you're not going to understand that if you don't have children. Well, I can't say that. I can't say that. But what I was going to say is if you don't have children and don't have that unconditional love for that child, you're not going to understand what it feels like when someone calls you a pedophile or a child, whatever it
Yeah,
is.
or has
You
their
know,
kids
I
attacked.
mean, that's
It don't bother me one bit. You can call me a pedophile all you want because I know it's not true. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about him calling me a pedo. What gets me with Hamilton, he was doxing me kids, and I will
Yeah.
never be able to stop, getting pissed off about that. It's like,
well, it's
can't
like
ever get my hands on him. I've got to let it go. Got to let it go.
but
Let it go.
it's like Nuggy and Lone Villain with Budsville. I mean, after you dox somebody's wife like that, a dox where a person lives, it's over. We're not.
There's no
No
going
way.
back.
You're never going to be
Yeah.
friends. I am never. I'm going to shit on you every chance I get.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And also a thing is, when you see people fuck with that guy that did that to you, it's like, it makes you question them. It's like, well, hang on a minute. You're talking to this prick that,
Mhm.
say, doxed my family or did
Mhm.
whatever to your family, or like, oh, right, okay.
So you're saying
But
it's
then there's
okay,
also intentions.
right? You're saying it's okay he did that to my family. So if
Yeah,
that's who you choose to hang out with, then how am I not
fuck you.
supposed to think that you're not the same way and you would do the
Yeah,
same thing?
kind of that.
Listen.
Kind of
If
that.
if it was somebody that doxed, and later down the road, the two people talked it out and figured it out, and then the dude never did it again, it'd be a different story. But that's
Right.
not the case here.
Right.
It's happened and happened and happened and happened with these fucking people. So that's why people get pissed off when you fucking and I was one of them. You want to say I was supporting me? I mean, yeah,
I
that's
get.
what it looked like.
I'll rate. I have no problem doing a fucking rage live. I mean, I'm guilty of it. I get pissed off just like the next guy. I mean, we all get pissed
Yep.
off about it. I mean, we all probably don't handle it the best at sometimes. Like
Nope.
it's just human nature. But
Yeah,
I
some
am
stuff you
sure in
can
fuck.
get over
I
though.
could
Some,
look. I could hate somebody like literally hate you so bad, but I'm never going to talk about your kids. You know why?
Yeah.
Your kids didn't do anything. Your
Right.
wife didn't do anything. They didn't make you a piece of shit.
Now, if
Why?
your wife is online running their mouth with
Well,
you,
then
fair game.
she opens up her own can of worms.
Yep.
I mean,
You always stay out of fucking two men's business when it comes to that kind of shit, dude.
yeah. I mean, and if you
Just
really
like I
want
would stay out of two women's business.
if you really want to work it out, you're probably going to talk behind the scenes.
Yep.
You're not going to jump on somebody else's panel to give them the content and the viewers, unless you're not really wanting to try to work it out.
I wasn't even out of bed yet this morning.
I know.
This shit was started.
I got a text a little bit ago going, "Holy shit! Are you watching G's? It's better than cable."
Yeah,
It was
right.
insanity. It was insanity. You can't talk on the panel with Hamilton.
No.
He just
Well,
does
and
not
that's the
shut
thing.
up.
That's where Gigi should take control of his panel, and if he
Yeah.
really cared about people working it out, he would control that. But he don't care.
As soon as Henry brought up kids, he'd have been kicked off. Period. And he kept saying Dunk's lie. Dunk didn't say one lie up there, not one.
Well, he wouldn't answer a question. He wouldn't answer
Right.
one question. It was
No.
like, "Oh, you're ugly.
Yeah. Look in the mirror. Like, dude,
You
what?
got bad breath." Like, oh, wow, that was a good comeback. So
Your
anyway,
feet stink.
can you answer my question? Like,
Yeah,
Why
so
did you hit that bitch?
here's the law of me meeting Hamilton. So I started off in the last half a dozen episodes of Grow Boss, and I come across you guys, and then at that time there was people watching Hamilton and Gigi, so I was watching kind of both them. Hamilton used to make me laugh, so I gave him a fucking donation and
Yeah.
whatnot to keep the content coming, right? So then, after a few months, I seen his doxing rat way, so I was like, right, fuck that guy. I cancelled my subscription after 2 months, I think. Cancelled my subscription, and I was hanging about in Gigi's. And then he started coming over Gigi's talking shit about me. And then when Gigi and Chronic were doing that big Fallout thing last year, I was making clips of Chronic that people were laughing at. And then Chronic joined up with Hamilton, and then Natalia Chronic docked up with Hamilton and started talking about my baby mum. And then Natalia started laying in on my baby mum. And I was like, you cheeky bitch. So I made one video. I put her face sitting on a bed, fat girl sitting on a bed. And then Hamilton came into fucking comments under Ghost of a Dog account and said, "Oh, I'll dox him. I've got," and blah blah blah. Chronic's in there going, "Don't worry, I've scrapped his Facebook. I've got all his kids' pictures, his son's names, blah blah blah." And that was my criminal. Oh,
that's straight bullshit.
then I was like, right, well, fuck these guys.
Yeah, that's straight bullshit.
Hamilton's been a cuck for many, many years.
And I know Hamilton screams, "You talk about my girlfriend. Look."
Oh, that bitch said some horrible stuff about my baby mum.
She's not your girlfriend when she's running her mouth at somebody. Like, you gotta understand that if she's running her mouth like you are to somebody, then she's gonna get her own shit, and you'll get your shit later. You know, they're not attacking her because of you. They're attacking her because of her.
Because of her.
That's the difference. I mean, if my wife came on and started talking shit, and I told her, "Fuck, quit talking shit like that," and she kept doing it, it's on her.
Yep.
Well, Natalia, she knows he's a doxer. She knows he's got a criminal record for fucking hitting women, and she's good with all that. She thinks it's a good thing. So who cares what? Yeah, she's got no judge of character, obviously.
Well, and I don't wish nothing bad about any of these people, because I sit back and I have to put myself in place. And I understand that mental illness is fucking really strong right now. And it's for some reason socially acceptable, and it's like, wow, because some of these things don't even make common sense. It doesn't even make sense. So you got to go, well, if it doesn't make sense, and like mass majority of the people would never do this, then they must have an issue, you know. And,
But
and
you
I'm
never
not,
come
I'm
across
not,
these people in the real world because you'll overhear them, mate, just being weird, and you avoid them. It's a natural thing. Like, oh,
yeah.
that's
Well, and I
fucking.
would never be
Oh,
in an area that those kind of people are anywhere close to my circle. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't go to the cannabis events. I don't go to I mean, they're a bunch of plant killers. They're the cucks. That's where the fucking cucks go. Like, I'd rather go meet up at a private club with Jimmy John and fucking kick it, smoke. You know, like I don't need to see all these other fucking people. Like, what the, you know, like keep it real. I mean, kick it with the real people.
Well, the real people don't just hang out on YouTube, kind of thing, as well, innit? The real people will talk to each other on the phone and stuff, and you all know who they are. And
That's why our group has stayed together so long. I mean, even though you're somewhat newish now, we have been together for years, dude.
We've had it out with each other, and it ain't like we haven't had issues. But there's a way to fucking do it. You know, I'm not gonna have an issue with Nuggy and instantly start talking about it, fucking his dead his ex-girlfriend. I mean, what the fuck? That's weird. That's fucking weird.
it's weird, isn't it?
You know, like
I am so surprised that hasn't came up
I know.
yet.
I shouldn't have said that because I just probably opened a can.
Oh, no, it's all good, dude. It's all good. But again, I'm surprised it hasn't.
And I mean, it was your ex, and I mean, you still cared for her, though. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
She had some issues she needed to work out, and unfortunately, it didn't work out.
Yeah,
I mean, that's sad. That's sad for anybody. I'd feel bad if
I tried my hardest to help her.
You know, it's sad when somebody, you know. I mean,
yeah, who cares about all that? How did you get to the point where you're talking about that in the first place? What's that got to do with anything that we're talking about?
Right.
They just come up with weird topics.
They just try to find whatever they can to fucking hurt you.
Yeah, they're gonna poke you as hard as they think they can poke you. They're gonna pick the worst thing they think.
I think there's better, funnier ways of doing it because you can pod and poke and poke with a stick and point at them and go ha ha without having to lie and attack them and make shit up and that. You can just.
Well, me doing that isn't going to necessarily hurt you, but me having everybody else in the community laugh at you, now that's probably going to hurt.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. You don't have to make stuff up.
Yep.
Just have fun with it, you know.
I mean, let's be real. We all say or do fucking stupid shit that could
we're all
clippable. Get turned into a funny meme or something. That's the whole part.
That shit's funny, dude. Dude, Amy used to make videos and fucking memes of me, dude. That shit was funny.
Well, and sometimes, a lot of times, people out in the real community out here don't get to see some of this stuff because a lot of the stuff we keep to ourselves now because there's too many sensitive people out there.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll send shit privately because, you know, there's no sense of putting it on, you know, and bust balls on somebody because they're not gonna get it. They're not gonna understand it. All right. How many times have we posted little?
I'm too scared. I'm too scared to use that as my thumbnail.
It's like, holy shit, is that Nuggies right there? You know, we'll send shit off to like. We don't put it on, you know, it'd be funny to put it on YouTube.
Oh, Doug could have got me real good one day, dude. He could have got me real good. He didn't. And I appreciate it, but he could have got me. He's the only one that caught it.
Have you seen my thumbnail, Nugget? That's you on tech support, look.
Yeah, no, I seen it.
It gets to me where like I'll make that about the lads and I'm like, oh well, I don't really want to even do that because it's I don't want anyone to feel like they're being attacked. It's all fun.
It's all supposed to be about having fun.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, just because the joke's being made about you doesn't mean it's not funny. You know, like there's different levels to this shit though, right? And I hate to fucking say that word because of
Well, there is.
But there's creepery, right? You got the people that are just low fucking down. And then you got people like Seymour. I seen Seymour over in Channel 2's this morning going, yeah, those guys, they would never have content unless it wasn't about us. And I'm thinking, dude, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you, Seymour?
He's got 5,000 subs, Chop. What?
Oh,
He didn't
Jesus.
buy a single one of them.
Oh, Jesus. No.
Hey there, school of crap.
I mean, that shit's fucking goofy to me. Like, they wouldn't have nothing if it wasn't for us. Like, what? Get the fuck out of here. Like, what are you?
Seymour's a troll, mate.
That's a whole nother level of weirdness, though.
Seymour tries to troll, and he trolls weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've
he's
got
just
to be
weird.
in the. You've got. There's a. Yeah, it's very
Well,
niche.
He's like a chameleon. He'll
He
change.
tries to be.
He'll change his spots no matter whatever it is. He'll be cool
Yeah.
with PKR, and then he'll go over and be cool with Channel 2, and then he'll go over and be cool with fucking Frank, and then be over there cool hanging it with and Gigi
Well-
Stream, and then he'll be, like,
Seymour's like a chameleon that doesn't change the right color. If that makes sense.
yeah, because he stands out.
Yes, exactly.
He stands out like a turd in a punch bowl. Like,
He's got a wrench in every channel, though, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He's
cool.
got a
I mean,
wrench.
he's all right. He's just goofy.
Oh, he's a funny dude, I think. The things he types out has me in stitches sometimes, for real.
So, let's be real though. Look at last night. I'm not trying to like put anybody on a pedestal or anything like that, or I'm not trying to fluff PKR, but we went over to Girly Grow or whatever her name is last night. Right?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
She normally gets about 60, maybe 100 per live, even though she's got 5,000. She had over 200 last night on the first live she did. That's all because we wanted to spread love. We're about fucking spreading the positivity too. Just don't be a fucking weirdo.
Well, exactly like I told her. I said, come by on Monday night, because I said this afterwards. Come by on Monday nights and check out your review, because we're going to watch it and see what you do. I said, don't get mad, though, if we have some criticism. She's like, oh, no, I love criticism. Blah, 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 blah.
I've watched her for a while. She's cool.
She seems really cool.
Yeah, she
And I
is.
tell you what,
She's a bit
she's got
overwhelmed.
she's got a beautiful voice.
She's won little cannabis cups with her strains and stuff. She's all right. I mean, there's a few things that I would change, but I mean, maybe not. Maybe she's doing it the way she's doing it. I don't know.
Yeah, the plants, I mean, were mostly healthy. There was some problems on some of them, but
they're all re-veg too, right? I mean, like,
yeah.
So that's what they're old. You know what happens to an old plant. I mean,
Yep.
these plants really, they want to die eventually. I mean, that's just their life cycle. So if you re-veg them out 2, 3, 4 times, I mean, they're going to get to a point where they just look fucking scraggly. And you're like, man, I do everything I can, and they look pretty good, but there's something wrong. It's because they're spent. They're spent out. They've used all their life energy. It's like a chicken. A chicken only lays for so long of its life, and then it's done. There's only so much in it. That's why you can spin a chicken out by putting light on them in the wintertime. You can keep their laying going all year long, but you'll spin that chicken out, and it'll quit laying eggs a lot sooner. That's the same with a wheat plant. You can only take so much from it.
I tell you what, our chickens laid pretty decently this winter with no light.
Yeah, you're up on that mountain though. I bet you get different light than most places.
Probably, maybe, yeah. I mean, they did slow down tremendously. Don't get me wrong, but they still. I mean, I would still get a dozen every 3-4 days. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh God, there's that guy, big time buds. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. What up, buddy? Chronic Cheddar, what up? He come over 2 times. 2 times. 2 times. That shit was funny though. I was dying. What were we fucking dying about? Last
Oh
night,
my God,
stomach
dude.
was hurting so fucking bad.
Yeah,
We were
dude. When you
whispering,
said,
we were
yeah,
whispering about
no,
something.
I don't know if we were whispering or not, but you said, "How the fuck is his toilet gonna flush up?"
Oh yeah, no, somebody asked in the chat, like,
that
what the
killed
fuck?
me. That did.
Oh
Dude,
my
That
god,
killed me.
how do
That
you get
was
the
just,
toilet to flush up?
oh my God, that shit was so funny, bro.
I thought it was a good stream last night. I mean,
It
it
was.
wasn't too bad. We didn't bust too hard. I mean, Channel 2 got it because Channel 2's just
Well,
the topic right
Channel
now.
2's yeah, he's always gonna get it. Yeah, that was fucking hilarious, dude. I was fucking dying.
But I mean, I don't know how that works, really, honestly.
Well, we
You have to
figured
put
it out.
like a pump?
Remember, he's got.
Oh, yeah,
He could see his neighbor. He could see his neighbor's septic tank, and he tied into it.
He's just gonna tap into it. That's right.
Yeah.
hey, Nuggy, you know that video you made about popping your plants? How old was they?
About what video I made about what?
Oh, sorry, crop.
No.
Oh, how old are those?
What?
Yeah.
Those are like I think maybe 15 days.
And how did you pop them?
In Rockwell cubes.
No floating your seed.
No, I don't do. I
No
don't put
paper towels.
No.
Was it in a? Did it have a dome on it?
Yep, had a dome.
When did you take the dome off?
When they pop their first serrated leaves, like those first single ones that they pop out. As soon as they pop
First set of true leads.
Yeah, I'll take the dome off. I'll start opening.
Well, I mean, they will. They'll often just come out at the same time, innit? Once you first set up and up, they're kind of just there, but they're tiny.
No.
Did you wait for them to get bigger than the first set?
Those are cotton leaves, or
your
whatever
water leaves. Yeah, those are just your water. Those first little round leaves, your little water.
Those
leaves.
are what feeds your seedling at first.
Yep.
Hello. I gotta go outside. Let it come hang out.
Hell yeah. And if you notice underneath those water leaves, those round leaves, if you look at the stem has those little hairs, right? See those little hairs? That picks up, I think that's what's picking up nutrients before the plant actually has the hairy roots to pick the nutrient up. You know what I mean? Because everything above that doesn't have it. You notice that?
Yeah, well, it depends sometimes at what depths I'll see that hairy bit, but you'll generally see that hairy bit always at the surface.
Yeah, but it's only
like it's trying to push more roots out. It keeps trying to push roots out until it gets so high and then goes, oh, there's obviously nowhere to keep pushing until it just stops. I think.
Yeah, there's definitely something to it. And then when I transplant, when I put the cube into a cup, because I'll put it into a cup.
Well, hang on, let me stop you there. So, when are you putting it in the cup? Are you letting the tap root come out the bottom of the cube?
As soon as it starts coming out, yeah, I like to put it in there. I don't wait for the cube. Yeah, as soon as I see it coming out of the bottom of the, I like to get it in, because then I can pour a bunch of the mycos. I think it's the mycos. I could get a bunch of mycos on the cube, and then I could bury that whole seedling almost. I don't know. I leave it about maybe a ½ inch below those water leaves, and then I let all of it fucking root out. And again, I like to do it in a clear cup because then I can watch the roots.
So when you put it in that cup, you're not watering it in, you're just putting pre-moistened soil in and dropping the cube in it and then waiting for it to get virtually dry back.
Yes. I like to do, because you got to think of with Rockwool, what's going to happen if you put it in soil or cocoa or whatever it is, and then you water it in. What part's going to get the wettest?
Yeah.
Right where that Rockwool cube is, right? Right.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
if you go into moist, like very moist, just moist, not wet, moist cocoa
out the
or
bag.
soil,
Out the
then-
bag kind of moistness. Are you talking?
then, well, I'll even if because I let it all dry out and toast.
I know. But you know the consistency that you get when it comes out the bag.
Oh.
Is that the kind of moistness that you're going for, or
maybe
moister?
maybe even less than that. I mean, to where
Yeah.
if I squeeze it, I'm not getting any drops. But
Yeah,
it still
yeah,
holds itself together. You know, because then the roots can go, you know, the cubes go in there. They're probably a little moist because, you know, I mean, you should have kept them a little moist anyway because they're Rockwool. Then the roots can stretch out and try to find shit. And I only notice all this again because I do the clear cups. I do the clear cups and I watch the roots.
Why are you popping in cubes and not in like cups or straight in the solo cup?
I'm out of plugs. I honestly, my preferred method is the rapid or the root riots. I like the root riots. I like to use those for seeds and cloning.
But why wouldn't you just put it in the cup?
Huh?
Why wouldn't you just put
in it? Because I feel if you start, I mean, it in
Danger.
a cup, you've got to go into a cup with very little soil or very little, right? Because if you go into a cup and you fill the cup, now you're gonna have a seedling that's like fucking 8 inches up the. Yeah. There's no way of ever being able to bury that. Like.
Yeah. And then what about starting one in a turbo cloner?
A seed or a clone? I don't know how to do it. I really don't. I've thought about messing with it, like seeing if I could find
as soon as your bottom root's coming out your Rockwool, just putting the Rockwool in a mash cup in the cloner.
That's it.
Because
if I can find one that fits the hole, I mean, if the 2-inch fits the where the
it's
sleeve
just
goes,
a standard. It's a normal cup size, isn't it? That's what they are over here.
I don't know. I'd have to look. I got some cups.
You know them little mesh cups? They're only about 2 inch. Yeah,
the little net
I just thought about that because, I mean, there's no denying that the growth is way more faster. But then there's you're not going to be able to keep it in it for very long, are you?
No,
and depending on how big your thing is, you're not going to be able to fit many in there.
Yeah, but what it would also do though is, God, I probably shouldn't tell people this, but it would enable you to be able to then use the clone shippers, and you'd be able to ship rooted seedlings. Like, could you imagine just people could just get a 6-inch in a cube that the fucking roots are just blowing out of the cube. It's already got 3 or 4 nodes on it. All they got to do is put it in their little thing and fucking.
Yeah, I prefer to have the cut, probably. If I was, if they had the cut or the seed option, I'd want the cut
depending on
that
what
I
they
know.
want to do.
Yeah.
You can put it in a cup if you're going to do dirt, or you can leave it in the cube if the person's going to do hydro, or because then they can essentially turn around and just put it right into their system. And I've thought about experimenting with trying to find ways of doing like Rockwool or the plugs in the turbo cloner. But if it's not, I know if that hole isn't sealed good enough on the fucking turbo cloner, it'll spray water out.
Yeah, they do a bit, don't they? If you leave one out or a hole in one of the plugs.
I even thought, like, if you got the little teeny cubes of Rockwool, kind of like what Creative used to do, and you were able to pack it in there good, and be able to fill the cup good enough to where the water couldn't get past it.
Well, I reckon that one of them 2 inches, or maybe even if you cut one in half as well, you'd be able to pack it and stop that splashing through.
Yeah.
But then it's all getting a bit technical, isn't it? Like most people here, they'll just buy a tray of like pre-moistened root riots, chuck them
Yeah.
in that,
Yeah.
and generally have great success with them because they're all
Well, you could do.
pre-inoculated.
And the only thing of that is like, if you don't have, if you're not ready for clones coming out of the turbo cloner, oh boy, because
And them turbo
they grow so
cloner clones are like,
rapidly, and they grow so quick.
yeah,
that-
turbo cloner clones are like on steroids though, aren't they, compared
Yeah,
to ones that
yeah,
you're just starting a.
Yeah, for sure. So if
The roots are
if
so much
time's not an
more
issue,
juicier.
it's nice to be able to have the cubes with like 50 on a tray, you know, and you can go. Maybe it takes a
Yeah,
little
and
bit
you're not having
slower.
to bother testing the water, and you can just leave them to it.
But the turbo cloner clones are like you said, they're like monsters. They're like on steroids.
Yeah, they definitely add to your yield.
But there's conditions to that, you know. You got to make sure your water, like you said, you know, you got to check your water. You got to make sure your water's right. You got to make sure, you know, you got the right microbes. You can't just go and throw your normal microbes in there. You can't. Well, I take that back. I think you probably could with TPS-1 if you were using the billions, but
Yeah, well,
that's a whole another set of like nutrients, right? Because even though I use the Clonex solutions for all the seedlings and the clones, the early clones, I use it in the turbo cloner too. And then, but the only thing I use Orca in is the turbo cloner. So that's a whole nother bottle to do the turbo cloner. And then it's a lot harder to clean the turbo cloner than it is a tray. Then you got to worry about your water, which thank goodness Nuggy hooked me up so that way I'll be able to dial in my water.
yeah, I've had varied. It's always had success, but varied speed of success. What you consider a success. Sometimes it'll take 2 weeks. I've had it take up to 4. Then I've had runs where I've really tried to dial it all in, and it's done worse than one that I've just left alone and not even looked at for 2 weeks.
Well, that's kind of what I did with these little seedlings I got going now. Like ADHD gave them to me, and they're exotic genetics, and they're unreleased. And I'm like, oh my god, I got to do everything I can to make these the best. You know what I mean? Like, I can't fuck these up, man.
The pressure.
They're working out pretty good. They're stacked really
Well,
nice.
at least you've been popping them. I haven't popped out in 18 months.
Yeah, you gotta pop seeds to find the next good thing, you know.
And that's how, like, these things like Canacan, I feel that they're like preying on, like, it's a weird comparison, but you know, when you go to the vets and they'll say, oh, you need to do this for your dog or that for your dog, and they're using your love against the dog against you. It's that same kind of deal. They know that these people are anxious about fucking their seeds up, that they've just paid $15 a seed for.
Yeah.
So they're preying on that by giving them something that essentially is no different to anything. You could just make that yourself. And who needs to have 15 different compartments? It's like, I don't know. That gets my nag a bit.
Well, that's all fine and dandy, Lorax. I get that. But if the fan's still sucking in 82, 83 degree weather, temperature, it heats the water up. Once the water gets to, it was getting to like, I think the highest it got was like 78. You ain't growing clones in that. So even if I dropped it 2 degrees to 76, I ain't gonna grow clones. I understand. I went and got the timer. I know what you were saying. And in my opinion, 15 minutes off, you're if the humidity ain't right in the lung room, you're taking a risk of wilting the plants. You don't know my environment. Is that what I was supposed to say? He's like, don't even check the. That's fine, but
Chop, do you think that
when you go in there and the roots are like, or the stems are like starting to look slimy, and you're like, what the fuck? And then you check the water temps and it's 78. I mean, of course, that doesn't work. Lorax, you're just trolling now.
Do you think that you've seen them? I think
Yeah,
it's Spider Farmer buckets.
You can kick that other one crop.
Okay.
Yeah, them Spider Farmer DWC buckets where they've all run in the pump in the tent. Do you think that that's a good idea? Do you think that that's got them growing in 78-degree water?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's probably going to.
Same kind of deal with the turbo cloner, isn't
Yeah,
it? You know?
if your reservoir's sitting in your tent too, I mean, yeah. Pumps coming on, pumping in, pumping out. Like, oh.
Hey guys, look at my tools, guys. Guys, look at my tools.
Your tools?
Nice.
Did he say he was a tool?
That's what I heard. I think he's trying to porn bomb you. Look at my tool.
Yeah, look at my tool. My big piece of wood. God damn, you need a new seat. He's like, oh,
there's one on the way. Yeah, there's one on the way.
Oh, yeah.
That's what the sun does to it, dude.
Yeah. You can use a light suntan lotion on them seats to help keep the
listen. UV up here. I don't know. The UV will chew right through that suntan. Shit. I'm telling you, it's crazy, bro.
You just get you someone in some tight shorts to run around and just suntan lotion up everything.
Yeah, right. These two, dog loves being on 4-wheelers.
Look at that guy. That guy's got a watermelon on his head.
I feel like I'm sat on Nuggy's knee riding on the quad.
Yeah. He's sitting up on the gas tank. He's letting you hold the handlebars.
Got the wind blowing in my melon.
That's why you got the goggles on. Holy shit.
So how far on the journey of growing out then?
Sorry.
The super crop cherry ones, are you?
How far am I? I'm about ready to take clones.
So you've not flowered it yet?
No, not yet. It'll probably be the next run.
How's it
how
growing
many did
so
you
far?
pop?
It's good. It grows good. I'll be honest. I don't know if it's Man, they sure love the cocoa.
How many did you pop?
Oh, I only did 6, and I've got 3 still. 3 that I kept.
Why did you get rid of the 3?
Because if it's a slow grower, I shit can.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I know.
that's why I like the paper towel method, because you can put 6 seeds in a paper towel, and you can tell which ones are lagging. You don't even have to plant them.
Yeah, that's true. You don't even waste a cube at that point.
Mm-hmm. That's why I like to do that. You don't waste soil. You don't waste cubes. You know what I mean. You don't waste nothing.
Yeah.
But that's why you pop more than you need, innit? To save yourself the wasting in the
Well,
future.
yeah, you pop more
there's
than
no
you
point
need,
in-
but when you can see it in the paper towel, that
Yeah, you can see. Yeah, I'm not
you
saying.
got 4 of them that have an inch, but you got 2 of them that are fucking, a
Yeah,
quarter or
you
a half
can-
inch.
You can spot that earlier. Yeah, it's a good thing.
But when you use a paper towel method, you got to use the right kind of paper towel.
Yeah, and I don't like all that. That disturbing them. That's got potential to make them just
You don't have to.
freak
You
out
don't
a
have
bit
to
and
disturb
slow
them.
down.
You don't have to disturb them at all.
Yeah.
All you do is rip the paper towel. If they're through the paper towel, rip the paper towel. Don't try to pull it out.
No, fuck the paper towel. A little bit of paper towel isn't gonna hurt.
Yeah, and you could literally cut a square around your fucking thing where it goes through there and plant that, dude. A paper towel is not going to hurt nothing.
Yeah,
No.
don't you think that just knocking it about in that early stage? When you're going to put it in the hole and then close the soil in around it. Don't you think that might piss them off a bit?
A little.
I mean, if you're jacking the thing off, yeah. If you just pick it up fucking lightly and fucking put it in your hole, dude, and fucking cover it up, what did you disturb?
Are we still
You're
talking
doing
about
more-
seedlings?
Yeah.
Right, he always goes there.
Something about jerking off and being gentle and sticking it in the hole. I don't.
Wow.
I get it,
Now
bro.
that you say that, I'm like, wow. I didn't even catch it when I said it.
But yeah, as long as you're gentle with them. Normally, I'm too lazy. If you forget to check the paper towel, you're fucked.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's basically a 3-day process with paper towel, dude. That's it.
And then I'm not gonna lie, I've got a lot of fucking light over the top of these seedlings. I got 100 watts over the top of them.
Yeah, that's what I told Smelly to do. We got to stop this. I mean, with new growers, I understand. With the low light.
Grow Boss information is the basic to keep
Basic.
from not
Yes.
killing a plant.
Yes.
So what PPFD is that, Chop? Have you checked on your phone? Have you got the Photone app? What you got?
I got it. I haven't checked. I mean, I
Yeah.
can go check. I can go check real quick.
Well, how far is your 100 watt light away? Listen,
Probably-
we're talking now. We're talking
Between 2 and 3
when you
feet.
take
Probably.
your dome off. When you take your dome off and you've got your real first true leaves. How far is that 100 watt light away?
I could show you. Let me.
And is it a bar light? What space is it in?
I'll show you. Let me go over and I'll get on with my phone.
Yeah, dude. Seedlings, so a lot of problems come from, starting out at this really low light, and then you go into veg and you add all this light to it. You know what I mean? If you start out with, 100 watts, 150 watts, 2 to 3 feet away from your plant.
Look what it is outside. It's crazy numbers outside.
Exactly.
I know it's different environment. But it is crazy. 4,000 and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's up here on this mountain. It's crazy.
I checked it in Egypt and it was 4,200 nearly. And they've got little baby plants out. No sweat. Dry as anything.
wish I could get Wi-Fi down the hill, man.
I'm trying to figure this all out. Now, turn your fucking phone sideways. Oh shit, it's so humid in here. Ooh. I was anticipating. No, wait. I gotta take all the shitty shit out so nobody can see nothing.
But, sure.
I just use these little bar light, LED bar light things from Walmart on the shelf. So they're that far away. Hold on, I'll get some.
Those are pretty well. Those covers on them.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to judge that against a normal bar light.
Yeah.
Because
You,
that uses it a lot.
Yeah, I think they probably just uses the light. Yeah.
But that's 100 watts, and what's that area is that covering?
This whole shelf.
What's that? A 2x4?
Yeah, and there's two of them.
What's that then? A 2x4 kind of size? It's hard to tell scale.
Well, the lights are probably 4 foot. Well, that's a 2 footer, so no, it's probably about 3 foot.
Yeah, it's like 3 foot by
18 inches.
15, 16 inches.
16 inches.
And the lights that far away from the plants?
2 foot. Yep, that's what I said. 2 to 3 foot.
Well, it's all the way down there though. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see. But yeah, so those lights are really diffused. So that's not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah, they're just Walmart. They're $20 each for 50 waters. Oh, here, I think I got.
On the hyper tough 55 and 4 foot.
And they're linkable. You can plug them into each other.
Right.
I mean, I guess you can tell anyway, Chop, from when they go from praying to that kind of just about to tell you that they're pissed off and keep it in that range.
Oh, those are perfect.
I mean, this one's even got.
What's that got?
Look at-
3
it's got a
sets of
leaf.
nodes left?
It's got a leaf under. It's growing a leaf under the water leaf.
Yep, I see that.
Yeah. Is that three sets of nodes then?
There.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, and then the top. So there'll be 6 branches.
And how often are you watering that at this stage? And are you letting it dry back?
These.
Are you still
I water-
treating
I
it
don't-
as soil?
I water the plant, right? So I look at and I'll do a shot glass of water and see how much it, how much it does inside there. If it doesn't do all of it, I might do another shot glass. And then once I see that everything's kind of saturated and it's dripping out the bottom, I'll leave it. And it probably at that stage they go every couple days, 3 days.
Yeah. I
Even
like that.
with switching to cocoa, it's straight cocoa though too. It's no perlite or nothing. So
Yeah,
I feel
that
that
makes a
with
difference.
straight cocoa, I feel you can stay wetter a little bit longer. And I just wait until I need to water it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, with cocoa, when it was seedlings, dude, you don't have to fucking water every day, dude. Like it's every probably 2 to 3 days with seedlings until they start to fill that cup. Cocoa's fucking fast, dude.
Just compared to soil, I couldn't get on with that at all.
You can't what?
I couldn't get on with soil at all. The watering, it was a nightmare.
It's tricky with soil. It's tricky with
Yeah,
soil.
yeah. That 70-30 takes all that bullshit away.
It's a timing issue, man, with soil.
Yeah, you need to really bloody be checking on them and that, innit? And hard to set up a system to just run soil, I imagine.
I'm pretty decent at soil. I ran cocoa one time. I had fucking massive plants quick, dude. And about week 3, it's probably more towards week 4. I started to yellow out because I missed my mark with fucking during the stretch.
Yeah. Well,
And
they bulk up so much faster in the cocoa, don't they? So it's like they
got huge quick.
And I imagine it's the same again when you go to DWC, in it. You'll see the next.
Yeah, well, and that can be a problem too, right? The speed is great. I love being able to do it fast, but if you're not ready for it, like
it becomes more of a timing issue.
Yeah, you get plant buildup really quick, and then you got to start making decisions and throwing shit away.
I've done DWC once too. I never got to finish flowering it though because my cat ate every leaf off the plant.
That's why I like that sea of green thing, because that takes the timing issue away. When you can just keep one mum and take clones, and know 2 weeks later you can practically fill a tray and flower all them clones, you've got no more timing issues anymore.
Well, there is, but you got to keep up on it. There's definitely a timing issue.
It's way easier than like trying to.
As long as you keep a mom able to take clones when you want to, like when you need to.
Yeah, you need a big mom.
And you got to be able to reset that mom too, because you'll get to a point where you're like, "Fuck, she's just getting too big. Like I don't need clones right now. Like, but you got to cut them anyway and throw them away."
Yep.
And she just gets bigger. She just keeps getting bigger every time you cut her.
Well, there's a point where you need to fucking take one of those big branches and just fucking clone that mom and make another mom.
Yep.
You can take as big of a branch as you want. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter at that point. This is a mom.
You got to reset the moms. They get so big. And I mean,
but that's a lot easier than having to kind of veg out of space and keep a mum and put your clones in that all one veg area. If you can just keep a 4x4 with a big mum, and then you have a little tray with a load of clones in, that's all you'd need to feed like a 4x8. If you can take 50 clones at a time.
I should have showed you it all. I'll jump back up there and show you how I got it. That's pretty much exactly how I got my shit set up. But I'm always in trouble because I'm always out of space.
Yep, space is an issue.
That's the problem with just having one veg. You always end up holding veg back, waiting for flower to finish, and then by the time flower's done, you've got legs.
That's why it's very imperative to have 60-day strains or under.
Yeah, you've got to have 8 weekers. Yeah. Ideally. And even then, that 8 weeks is almost too long. Take a cut, veg it out to fill whatever space.
Well, week 4 of flower, you'll take clones.
Yeah, but you can only do that. You can only do that if you're keeping a mum as well, innit?
Right? Yeah. Oh yeah. You gotta get. Yeah. There has to be a mom.
So if you're keeping a mum, why are you bothering vegging out all these things? You just keep a mum and then take 50 clones every 8 weeks of it.
All these are asleep, of course now. But I leave the tent dog. I leave the tent open. So but I mean, my 4x4 is pretty full. These are all moms.
Yeah, you've got luxury of space
And,
next to
like,
10.
Here's a super crop cherries. Here's another one.
I'm going to say those look bushier.
I take clones, and then they go over here, right? And then they might sit here for a little while, but then they end up going over here on the rolly cart, and then the rolly cart gets pushed up against the tent, so they get the light from right here. And then these, I don't know, I'll probably end up having to throw some away. I just end up with too many. Or you clone them. You take clones off of these. But if you take clones off of these, you're not taking clones off of those. And so it's a catch-22.
Top, you know when you top, you notice you get kind of a stretch like the plant bolts before it starts stacking again.
Are you talking about this?
Yeah. It's like,
You know,
yeah, how do you stop that?
some of this is going to be because they're just getting ambient light. You know, they're getting the light from.
I was going to say that's a light issue.
But a lot of times you can't stop that. It just gets that little bit of. It just shoots that little bit of spurt.
Yeah, I find that with a few. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. It seems like anytime you top it, you have to give it at least a little. Yeah, that's all fucking.
Everything he's growing right now is fucking gonna be fucking coming off of it anyway.
But none of that will be flowered.
Right.
I've got to jump off, lads. It was great talking to you. Thanks for having me up, Chop. Take care, everyone.
Be good.
Cheers, Unc. Thanks, Unc.
Cheers, Wild. Cheers, Nugget. Cheers, Crop. Bye.
What's in your fridge, fucker? A whole bunch of concentrate.
We can't see nothing. He's got it on him right now. There we go.
Oh. Ain't got no food here. Fucking broke bitch in my trailer. In Georgia.
When'd you move to the trailer?
Hammy says I live in a trailer and Gorilla says I live in Georgia.
Oh, you're an old bro that lives in a trailer.
And you live in the USA. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's cool, eh? Must be a dual citizen.
I got
another fridge.
I want to come visit.
I win.
Oh, those will never get flipped, Teddy. You didn't hear me. Those don't get flipped. None of that shit gets flipped.
Oh, not done yet. I'm a real Elkie. I've had this for 5 months now.
But Was that
but I
same
didn't drink
bottle?
all that because most of it's right here. And I still got a bottle of scotch from Nuggy.
Oh yeah, that was fucking what, almost 3 years ago.
And check out this scotch. Fucking dumbasses. Fucking I barely drink at all. I used to drink. It's just you fuckers drive me to drink on Monday nights, that's all. And I haven't done that in fucking month anyways. Yeah.
I was gonna say I
Pretty
haven't
big
seen you-
trailer though.
I haven't seen you drink in forever.
Nope.
Yeah, that's a nice big trailer.
You like my open concept? I designed this bitch, eh?
Yeah. What'd you put, like 3 fifth wheels together?
Can see all the way from the front door right through to the back.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't got no food. I'm a broke bum. I'm drunk all the time.
Oh shit, peanut butter.
I got nothing to prove, but I'm proving it. Crazy bitches. Look at this. Even my dog eats better than you do, gorilla. And only poor people show food, so I must be poor.
Yeah, only poor people show food. Oh, that was cool.
Want to see some cool shit?
Oh, Sled wants to know how deep underground are you?
Dragons.
Oh, that is cool.
I can't reach. That's the wife's dragon collection. Some of it.
That's pretty cool. That's cool, yeah.
I got a lot more shit than you do, gorilla grower.
How do you fit all that in a trailer?
Dumb fuck. Look, more booze laying around. Look at that fire water.
Well, pity won't.
151. I said I used to drink.
I could see it already. Look,
Kitty.
he's got bottles everywhere, so that way anywhere he goes in the house, he can have a drink.
Yeah, fuck you.
I like the orange cans. He's like, what? He's like, what the fuck you want?
Yeah, I'm a broke bum.
Uh-oh.
Stupid fucks. Sorry, Crop. I just had to fucking put it out
Hey,
there.
you're good. Fucking this.
Look at this. You ever see a $7,000 coach?
This is open for
fucking
anybody.
Leather. Well, suede, but that's real shit. I made this table.
Oh, that's cool.
How's that for a bread basket? Hey, my buddy in Brantford gave me that. Humble. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Okay, let's go through my dirty house real quick. And I'll show you what a real fucking computer looks like.
See, you did bury some of your trailer. I knew you did.
Yeah, he did.
Flood and drain.
He stacked them. He stacked them, Chapo.
Oh,
he's got like 6 in a row on the ground and then 6 on top. So.
Oh, there's his computer. With double monitors, all mounted up.
How's that for a setup? I made this too. Let's see you make some shit like that, motherfucker. Look at fucking moves. Look at that. Oh, it goes up. Isn't that cool?
You got a levitating table?
It's an old hospital table that I put a piece of wood on.
Oh,
My big mouse pad.
nobody wants to see your big mouse pad. Sorry.
Oh, come on, it's cool. Dragon. Look at that. I wonder where I was.
Uh-oh.
And I can't. I'm not going to show you. I'm in the
Who's
business.
peeing?
What's that?
Sounds like somebody's peeing behind you.
I'm in the middle of cleaning my aquarium out. I'm going to reset it up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot you had an aquarium back there.
Ugh. No, I don't grow either. There, I'm showing off all my shit. Like, you need grow equipment? Mars Hydro, 4800. That's my baby. And stacks of fucking junk.
Yeah, it looks like you might have a little bit of a hoarding problem.
Yeah, well,
Well, I just want to know, how do you flush
I'm
up?
trying to downsize.
How do you
How's
flush
you?
up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
See, all this is from Restoration Company after the house fire. Oh, shit. Like, yeah, on-demand water heater, dehumidifier, place to fill up, my own laundry, 2 freezers. Oh, shit. I've got another basement.
See, I knew he had fucking side-by-side campers.
Mhm.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Fucking double wide, triple wide, brother.
I will see. I was close when I said 6.
That, all those totes, all those boxes on the wall is all Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels. Oh, it's probably worth some money.
Oh,
Yeah.
big money, dude. I've been collecting since 96.
Wow.
Yeah, I know some of them Hot Wheels are worth some fucking coin.
I just sold 4 of them for $500 on Sunday. No, Monday. Last Monday. Not yesterday,
Nice.
but last Monday. Yeah, I got
Nice.
down funds. I've been gambling, so. But fuck yeah, I've got so much shit, dude.
I can hear it. I can hear it. I can hear it now. They're gonna be like, "He's so dirty. Look at him."
Oh fuck yeah, I'm in my basement, man. There, diet
I
tomato.
know. So it's a fucking storage area, and they're gonna turn it into something else. Watch.
The den of iniquity. Oh shit. This is the other room. God damn. This basement just keeps going. Here's the bathroom I never finished. Work in progress.
So how does that flush up?
There's a tub under there.
How do you drain up?
How do you drain? Yeah.
Oh, my drains are in the ground. I got sewers.
Oh,
That's a shower
oh.
stall.
So you planned your bury of your trailers before you just buried them, huh?
Right. There had to be a lot of construction first. Right? Had to get the lay of the land and, you know.
So Wild's pipes will never freeze because they're fucking like 13, 14 foot, 15 foot deep.
Oh, hell yeah. Easy. What the fuck? Might as well show you guys. This is my life. Real fucking life.
Oh, you got a nuggie bucket?
That's what it looked like.
So you got all kinds of DJ equipment? You over there making music?
Your Wi-Fi sucks in your basement.
What am I cutting out?
Yeah, oh yeah, big time. You're froze right now.
I'll move. Get closer to my Wi-Fi.
Why don't you get a repeater? Put it down
I
there.
do. I just haven't hooked it up downstairs.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I got a couple of them. One for the garage, one for downstairs. Just haven't got there because I'm a bigger procrastinator. I should be better.
No, you're still frozen. You're frozen on my end anyway.
Yeah, it's frozen.
Oh, there we go.
My puppy loves his bed.
Oh, that's cool.
He
This
gets
is
his
own
own
space.
containment. He
Yeah.
loves it. Hey, buddy.
He's like, you know I'm in my space. What you doing?
But yeah, everything is kind of dirty around here right now.
Shit, you've always had a lot of shit.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
but I
fucking
bet
horrible.
you anytime he needs
A
something,
lot
I
of
bet you
shit.
he's
Yeah, I mean, you ever need money, oh here, let's go sell 4 Hot Wheels for fucking $500.
Yeah,
Right.
buddy.
Right.
That's how I do.
That
I
shit's
resell shit. That's
it's
what I
not
do for a living.
It's not hurting you sitting where it's sitting, so fuck it.
I run scrap and I resell.
You can make good money
Cars,
reselling.
bikes.
Yep. I don't have
Been
the
a
space,
long
so
time
I'd be
since I
still
had a
doing
sled, though. But being from Canada, mind you, I had a sled at fucking 11 years old. There's fucking Hot Wheels everywhere. Those are my dirt bikes.
Hell yeah. Is that Black Label?
It's in Braille, dude. They make Hot Wheels for the blind.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that cool?
That's way cool.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'll show you the package. I got one in package.
Wow.
Nice.
cool, eh?
Yeah.
See if I can get in here.
I've never
I got
seen one of those.
fucking petty cars.
I haven't either.
I can't hear crop at all. My shit's fucked up. Fucking Dodge Express. Even a Hot Wheels thermos.
Huh.
And some vintage shit, man. Some real vintage shit. 2001, I think. Whoa. Don't fall off of there.
What makes an expensive Hot Wheel? Just time?
And variation, collectible, how many were made.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rarity a lot of times. Like sometimes they'll make a bunch of one color, and then they'll make so many of just another color.
Pink ones,
They only make-
old
Yeah.
pink ones are worth money. Because everybody destroyed their pink ones.
Yep.
Back scratcher. There's
Oh,
so
I
much.
gotta have one of those.
Like I want to get at these. There's just so much stuff piled on top.
Your Wi-Fi sucks upstairs too.
You,
Yeah, my
You
app
could
must be
do-
giving me a problem.
you can garage sale that stuff out like that, Mitchell, but you'll make more money piecing it out and selling it
Fucking antiques
online
everywhere.
and shit. Like, I used to like to go to the garage
Fuck,
sales when it
even
was
Dragon
over
Beanie Babies.
and get all the shit and then resell it on eBay.
Yep.
Oh,
just-
wait, shit.
I just don't understand you
forgot.
sometimes, Al.
Broke ass bum. What a bum, eh? Damn bum. What a bum. Wonder what that is.
Holy shit, that's
What
a
is
rip.
it?
It's hash.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Hashish.
It's a nice block. Like I got junk everywhere.
What was that?
Speed
Fan
controller.
controller. Speed. Like
Oh.
I got a big 8-inch fucking inline fan.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, dude. That thing's up there. I think I should roll a joint.
Go back out. Oh, he can't hear us.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, he did hear us.
Well, I'm probably gonna fucking end up ending this here soon anyway.
Yeah, I gotta get to work.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
gotta
waiting
get
for
some
my
shit.
batteries to charge.
I was supposed to do something while the wife was shopping, and I ended
I
up
haven't done it.
Yeah, and she said she's on her way home.
Oh, okay. We'll talk to you later then, I guess.
Yeah, hey, thanks for coming up, Wild.
Hey, man.
You're always welcome, brother.
Thanks,
I
Crop.
love the crib. It's a fucking big place.
It's not bad, eh?
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
I got a lot of projects to finish, but it is
Yeah,
what
but
it
at
is.
least you always got something to do.
Oh, and I own it.
and you own it. That's right. It's not your mom's.
Right.
All right. Thanks for coming in, chat. Thanks everybody on the panel.
And we'll talk to
Yep,
you
I'll
soon.
see you guys.
Cheers, guys.
Later, guys.